There's a reason why contact sports are considered dangerous. If you're in the field, there's a chance that you'll get hit. So if you even dream of stepping into the ring, tough skin is probably the most essential prerequisite for it. And no, we're not just talking about boxers. This rule applies to referees also. In fact, recently, a referee showcased his tough skin when he had to bear the brunt of a boxer's aggression. For starters, Aguilar really missed the mark with his punch. You're probably wondering why we're going on and on about the strength and endurance of this mystery guy, but we'll get to that in a bit. The first thing we need to point out is that if we're certain about anything about Mexicans as far as stereotypes go, of course, it's that A, they have impeccable food, and B, they can throw a mean punch. And that's exactly what this Mexican boxer did in a fight with his opponent. Of course, during the heat of the moment, one does tend to lose sight of their target, and the punches can fly in directions that they were not originally aimed for. The boxer we're referring to is Mario Aguilar, who was caught in a boxing match with the undefeated reigning champion Brandon Glanton. Oh, come on now, folks. If we were fighting with the reigning king of the ring, we'd probably be throwing punches left, right, and center too, in the meager hopes that one might hit. And it did. Aguilar's hook punch did hit, but it didn't quite hit the intended target. Instead, the punch landed on the face of Mr. Mediator. Ouch. But can we really blame Aguilar for losing control in a match against such a heavy opponent? Moving on, did the referee just steal the show? Well then, who knew that taking a hit on the face can be a good thing? But apparently the punch did wonders for the referee. He immediately became the talking point of the match. Too bad for Aguilar and Glanton. This time the ref was the star of the show. You see, had he not been struck in the face the way he was, we wouldn't have ever noticed his existence. Now there's a whole video dedicated to him. Before this, he existed in the periphery of our minds, but now we know and will remember his name. Oh, it's Jose Rivera, by the way. Okay, perhaps we're not giving Mr. Rivera the respect he demands. Whoever said that mediating a fight between two heavyweight champs is an easy job? The thing is, being a referee also requires certain vital skills. You need to be quick on your feet, have good reflexes. You need to be able to pay attention to the match, and last but not the least, you need to know how to bounce back from a punch. And Rivera showed all these skills when he was able to immediately recover from the strike and resume his duties. Talk about a man committed to his job. This man genuinely takes his work very seriously, and we must say that it is quite admirable on his part. Moving forward, how did the fans react? The audience came in support of either the Mexican underdog or the unbeaten champion, but they went home with another hero in their hearts. Evidence of this can be seen in the fact that Twitter went nuts within seconds, and everyone was talking about Jose's quick recovery. Hundreds of memes were made, and most of them were in praise of the professionalism displayed by Mr. Mediator. Many people comment that he took that well, and some even went as far as to joke that in the unseen footage, the ref came back with a steel chair. That one was funny, and it would have probably been funnier had it been true. But then again, this man chose not to act on his instinct and displayed extreme professionalism instead. Of course, this hasn't always been the case with all referees. There have been many incidents when these poor souls have been at the wrong place at the wrong time. Similar events have occurred in the past, but not all of them ended as smoothly as this did. Just recently in April, Jesus Granados, a Mexican referee, had to be taken out of the ring on a stretcher because he was seriously injured. Holy cow, we're so glad that it wasn't this serious this time around. Following up, okay, but what even happened in the match? If you're getting a little frustrated because all we've done so far is sing praises of the real winner of that match, spoiler alert, it's not who you think it is, we don't blame you. We do think it's only fair to want to know if Aguilar's aggression was fruitful in any sense of the word. Did the man at least manage to channel some of that rage on his actual opponent and come through? Well, yes, but it's not even surprising to say that it wasn't enough. You see, there's a reason why Glanton has won every single match he's fought this season, including this one. It's simple, the man knows what he's doing, and even when he's the aggressor in the game, his aggression is well channeled. Yes, you guessed it right, friends, Glanton did not end up hitting the ref. Instead, all his punches were targeted at Aguilar, who was constantly on the defensive. Can we really hold it against Aguilar to lose it at some point? We can't, right? But Glanton did take advantage of the confusion and was able to hit Aguilar where it hurt most. Before you get too imaginative, we're talking about his pride here. Now the man stands at 17-0 record with a total of 14 knockouts, and we must say that the referee may have been the man of this match, but Glanton has been the man of every other match he's been in this season, and the man does deserve to be applauded for it. Let's hear it for Glanton, folks. Other news. Starting up, Glanton demands a showdown with Okolie. Looks like having 17 wins in a row is not enough for our reigning king of the ring. In his most recent fight against Aguilar, Glanton proved himself to be a champ once more when he played the veteran's weaknesses against him and managed to retain his status as the undefeated boxer of the season. But Glanton is not here to play. He's a man who likes to look at the bigger picture, and his aim is to conquer all. Now that is a man with ambition. We love to see it. He even went as far as to refer to Aguilar as just a stepping stone in his journey. For now, it appears that this king has his eyes set on the crown jewel, and for him, that is a showdown with the WBO title holder Lawrence Okolie. We mean, can we really blame him for having big dreams? Okolie has been ranked number 1 by The Ring, but Glanton has an itch to prove that this evaluation may be a little outdated. There can only be one number 1, and Glanton has shown that he deserves the title. The man is so confident in his abilities that he suggested that he may be afraid of a showdown with him and is requesting private sparring. Too bad Glanton doesn't get paid to practice. He made it pretty clear to Lawrence that they'll only meet in the ring, and that's all there is to say. Up next, Okolie's mom has a different favorite. Those familiar with the boxing world have probably heard of Lawrence. This man is a powerhouse in the ring and has therefore been awarded the status of the number 1 boxing champion by The Ring. But even champions have their limitations, or so it seems. In a recent interview, when Okolie was asked if he would ever have a heavyweight showdown with his manager and the veteran boxing legend Anthony Joshua, he simply said that that's not something in the books for him. The reason is a bit of a surprise for us, but it seems like Okolie is still very much a mama's boy, and his mother is a huge AJ fan. The man simply doesn't want to fight against an opponent who would garner more support from his mother than he would. Can we really blame him? Everyone wants mommy's approval. It's okay, Lawrence, we get it. Lastly, is there a new face in town? The prospect of fresh new talent is always exciting. It can get a tad bit boring, having to see the same faces again and again on screen. And that's why we're glad to announce that there's a new talent on the ring. Recently, a Mexican boxer, Luis Torres, has been making the news for his debut in the arena. At the young age of 20, he's managed to garner a lot of attention. He claims that boxing has always been his dream, and now he's living it. In fact, he has a few big fights lined up for him. The newbie is set to face fellow Mexican Cesar Gutierrez in Mexico on the 16th of September. He appears pretty excited about the match. We can't wait to see what the future holds for our rising star. That's all for today. If you have any questions, feel free to ask in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, like and subscribe to our channel. See you next time.